Welcome to the Impactful Entrepreneurshow with Adrienne Hill, a place for online business industry expertise and thought leadership, where you can build the skills, structure, and systems you need to thrive in business and have a lasting impact in your industry. Let's do this. Hello, everyone, and welcome back. I am super excited about this particular masterclass style training. I'm here with Rey Perez. He is the best-selling author, award-winning speaker, podcast, radio show, and TV talk show host, elite business coach, and philanthropist who leads mastermind groups and business growth seminars globally. He shared the stage and worked with some of the biggest industry icons, such as Les Brown, Jack Canfield, Bob Proctor, Kevin Harrington, and Sharon Lechter, just to name a few. Now, leveraging nearly 2 decades of sales and marketing experience, Rey and his team of experts create world-class celebrity brands for top entrepreneurs and professionals who want to dominate their niche or industry. He's entered the field of marketing and promotions while spending several years promoting high-end VIP events in Miami's South Beach nightlife industry. And he quickly discovered the immense benefits of engaging potential consumers through the power of video marketing and social media to expand his reach and impact. You guys are absolutely going to love him. And in fact, let me cue up one short little video that helps you to truly take in everything that Rey has to offer us.
3, 2, 1.
The thing that I love best about working with Rey Perez is the fact that he knows what he's doing. And he's been there. I think another thing that I even add onto that is he's tested all of this, right? It's not just a theory for him, it's in practice.
You know, I think the coolest thing about working with Rey is we kind of instantly bonded. We're very similar in entrepreneurship, similar mindsets. I saw his presence, I saw his personal branding, and then he did a speech on branding. So as soon as I saw that, when he asked the audiences if anybody wanted to be involved in what he's doing, it just really eliminated any concerns, and I was more excited than anything.
He really has a desire and heart to give and create win-win-win scenarios, and he really does that, I see, within his team and with his clients, and just how he approaches his life and his businesses.
I really feel like I came away with a lot of tools and a lot of skills and just a lot of knowledge that I didn't have before, and that was just really everything that I learned from Rey was just pretty impressive.
He is really a brand builder. He helps many entrepreneurs build their brand. Rey's done a great job helping other people, and this is why he's become a fantastic, successful mentor also to many entrepreneurs out in the market. Rey, 2 thumbs up, buddy. Keep up the good work.
I love Rey Perez. He does what he says he'll do. He's a giver.
So awesome, you guys. Here we are with Rey. Rey, I'm super excited to be here with you. Thanks for taking the time to hang out with us today.
Well, thank you for inviting me and having me. I'm super excited for this interview.
Yes, I love it. And I love what you have to share with us. So you guys, today, Rey's going to be talking to us about how to maximize lead generation without using any ads through some super smart, wicked, cool techniques he has to show us. So Rey, I can't wait to dig in, because I know there's the world of lead generation, lead capture has been around for a long time, but it's evolving and it's up leveling. And you're part of the crew who's up leveling how we do this.
Yeah, I think it's important for everyone that's listening, whether you're an entrepreneur, business owner, speaker, coach, author, consultant, to understand what lead generation actually is, right? I think having the foundation and understanding before the strategy is always important. And context is something that most, in my opinion, marketers and branding people, they leave out the context. They give you the strategy and it sounds amazing, but they forget to give you the context that strategy is in. So for me, I always like to lay the foundation. So when we talk about lead generation, that really equals meeting new people who can potentially become your customers. Now, not only can they become your customer, they can also introduce you to someone that they know that can become your customer. This is why lead generation is the bloodline for any business. Now, there's multiple ways of lead generating. Most of the ways to lead generate cost what? Money, right? Facebook ads, right? SEO, pay-per-click, SCM, all these different advertising, billboards, you name it, most of it costs money.
Mhm.
Now, there's one main strategy that the majority of small business owners and entrepreneurs have been using since the beginning of business and does not cost you a lot of money. It only requires your time.
Yeah, relationship building, networking, word of mouth referrals are always the most powerful. They always convert hottest, right? When you're getting a connection from a real person to a real person. But unless you have tons of traffic or you have a really big audience where you're standing up on a stage somewhere, like it can feel like high hustle, hot, like lots of activity to do all that networking. Networking takes time.
Well, here's
So how do we speed it up? How do we make it more efficient, Ray?
Let's start off with the obvious. Where can we find these new relationships, connections that could potentially buy from us? Number one is live events. Okay, live events, we can take that category and write 50 different things that fall under live events, but they all fall under live events.
Yeah.
This is a live event. It's a virtual live event, and then there's physical live event.
Correct.
Okay. Now, the next would be digital. Do you understand the difference between virtual and digital? When this live interview is recorded and replayed, it becomes digital.
Yes.
It's no longer live, but we're still relaying the information digitally. Social media, YouTube, email copy, landing page, email marketing, text message marketing, doesn't matter. You now have a digital product that your message can get out into the world, which is completely different than a live. Does that make sense?
Yes. I might be coming through virtually on a screen, but I'm still live with the people.
Yes, correct. Okay,
Yeah.
so we have live, right? And there's multiple events that fall into live, and that's virtual and physical. There's digital, okay, which we just discussed. Then there's introductions, and there's a referrals. And I don't like to use the word referral because referral equals sales. I like to use the word introduction because introduction means relationships.
Yeah.
I don't want sales. I want relationships that will lead to sales. Do you understand the difference in feeling that someone has when you say, refer me someone, send me a sale, or introduce me to someone, give me a relationship?
Yes, totally different feeling.
Let's talk about the big boy, live events, right? Because everything spawns from the live events and interactions that we have with people. That's how digital products are created. That's also how referral introductions are created. That's why I do it in this order, okay? When we're at live events, there's 3 different ways that we could actually show up. So let's talk about the basic that everyone can be an attendee, right? We can attend an event. That is the least favorable in the sense of lead generating, because you have to do the most work to be able to actually make those connections and relationships. Okay? I don't need to explain why. I think you get it, right?
Yeah.
So as an attendee, depending if it's live in person or it's live virtually, there is a different way that we function in those 2 different capacities. So what we've learned to do is when you meet someone live in person and you're having a chit chat and you're going to exchange information, because that's the normal process that we have, what would you say are the typical ways of exchanging information? I want everyone who's listening right now to focus in very closely into what I'm saying. The reason that human beings seem to prefer to connect on social media is because it builds more relationship, connection. You can look into this person's life a little bit more and get a feeling about them. I keep emphasizing the word feeling because we're human beings with the emphasis on the word being. We are energetic creatures. We're souls. We are all one. We are connected. When you come into an event, you need to understand you're not just here for business. You are an energetic soul connecting with other souls. You need to focus on what that means and how that works.
Yeah.
Because that will lead to eventually making a sale. But if you walk in with the intention of how can I make as many sales, that's completely wrong because you're giving off the incorrect energy. We're walking in with the right energy. We understand that we can have 3 outcomes. Number 1, we can find customers. Number 2, we can find service providers that we become their customer and they provide a service we need. We all need services. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't walk into an event being like, I need to sell only. I also am looking for resources and be open to it. And the third, which is my favorite, is joint venture. Man, I really love what this person is doing. They can definitely serve my audience. Let's figure out how we can refer business to one another and we can both make money.
Yeah.
We're walking into this event, the proper energy. We know our 3 intentions of why we're there. Now we need to do what? We need to network. We need to meet people and we need to get
people. Yeah.
Right. So there's got to be a smooth, efficient intentionality. And number 1, and most people don't have this, and I don't have enough time to go down this rabbit hole, so I'm just going to mention it.
Yeah.
You must have your 3 qualifying questions. What do I mean by that? 3 questions that let you know this person is a potential client for you. This is important.
Awesome. And with those 3 questions, you can tell. So you're just saying have 3 lined up that you know for sure.
That's correct. That's like you are 100% my perfect customer avatar. Now, 2 out of 3 still qualifies, and sometimes even 1 out of 3, depending. But 3 out of 3, there's no questions asked. You're my perfect customer. I know my services will highly benefit you.
And so then when you're limited on time in an event, you know that person's worth talking to.
We ask our 3 qualifying questions. We engage a little bit. We know this person's a perfect customer. We know the next step is we got to get their info. We got to give our info, and we need to get them scheduled on a call. That's it. That is the goal. Once that is achieved, we need to move on to the next person because we're wasting time at that point if we don't move on to the next. So now the logistics of getting and giving information is very important because we talked about business cards, LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, typing someone's number, all these different things that we do. So I, as an attendee, had to figure out a better way to get people's information. I used to have a card scanner. I used to go into an Excel spreadsheet. I used to have my VA put them into my phone.
Yeah.
The biggest challenge isn't getting the info. It's getting all the info organized and allow you to follow up efficiently and effectively. Now, I do not use business cards because I've gone digital.
Right.
So, but we still use the language of a business card because this is not foreign.
Like people get it. They get it. Yeah.
Instantly get it.
Yeah.
So I would say, and this is how we set it up. So everybody pay attention. Now we're getting into the meat and potatoes. All right.
Yeah.
I would say to Adrienne, do you have a business card?
Sure. Yeah. I got one right here. Right.
Perfect. Thank you. She gives me her business card. I look at it and say, awesome. Let me give you my digital business card. Open your camera on your phone.
Yeah. Okay.
Now, logistically speaking, on my phone, I have a screensaver. On my screensaver has my QR code, right?
Yeah.
So I put my QR code here.
Okay. Hold on. Wait. I got to flip. I got to make sure it's okay.
Okay.
Yep.
There should be a little pop-up. Click on that.
Yep. I got it.
Got it? Okay. Yeah. Now you're physically in front of me. We're doing this example virtually, but you're physically in front of me. And I'm going to say, all right, give it a couple seconds to pop up. There's going to be a little smiley face that says, hi, I'm Rey Perez, and a little circle that says save now. Just click on that save now.
Literally.
There you go. And now click on it and show them what happens when you click on that one button.
So I hit save now. It's saving to downloads his contact information.
And then it should open up my contact card. So that is all my contact information to save into their phone. Okay. So step 1 has been accomplished. I've given you all my information. Now, remember something. Context. I didn't just give you my phone number. I gave you my full name, gave you my phone number, my email, my website, my office address, and the most important part, what else did I give you?
You're like a picture of your face. Like I
My
remember
picture!
you now. Yeah.
Picture. Do you know how valuable it is when you're networking to have your picture in someone's phone? It is not okay to just give someone your phone number. They do not know who the heck
They don't remember. But when I see his picture, I'm like, oh, I remember Ray. Yeah.
It's got
like
my expert title. It's got my website. It's got everything. Here's the logistics that I'm responsible for doing with you. I'm going to tell you right now, text me your full name and your best email so I can save you into my phone right now.
Right. Because you're recognizing they might not have all this cool stuff. So all they have to do to reciprocate is just text you.
Text me your full name and best email so I can save you in my phone right now. I did not ask you for the most important piece of information that we need when we're connecting with someone, which is the cell phone number. Why did I not ask you for your cell phone? And all I said was, text me your full name and best email. Because the sheer fact that you click the send text, you're actually sending me your cell phone number without typing your cell phone.
Feeling like I'm giving you, like
no
it happened,
feeling.
but it didn't feel forward.
When you have to type your number to give it to someone or type it in an opt-in form, there is resistance instantly.
Opt-ins drop dramatically when you ask for phone numbers. Let's say that you're speaking. Let's say you're on stage. I assume you could have a slide that came up that just had your QR code.
Well, how about we just do that right now? How about we just,
yeah.
Okay. And now this goes live, in person, or virtual, because obviously we are right now virtually live. So for those of you that don't know, I created this page called a 360 site because it connects everything that's me in the world 360 degrees, right? Everything that is Rey Perez is in a one page. Now, I invented it because first and foremost, I wanted to figure out a faster way to connect. So we have this contact button right here, which that QR code took them to this save contact, which is what's called a direct link. And a direct link takes them to exactly what you want them to do. So my QR code took them to just the save contact because that's what I wanted you to do. Now, if I'm on stage, I'll either pull up a presentation, or if I'm virtual, I'll pull up my QR code right now. And everyone can take out their cell phones and do exactly what you did. Just open up their camera, press the little button that pops up, and it's going to take them straight to my 360 site and a little pop-up of me saying, hey, nice to meet you, save my contact information. That's the experience part that I'm talking about. It's not just let me give you my information. When you click the contact button, what do you see at the top? And they're going to say, send text. And I'm going to say, yeah, click the button that says send text. And what that will do is it will open up their text message. When it opens up their text message, I'm going to say, text me your full name and your best email so that I can give you my full presentation on how to attract how to attract more leads and convert more sales by leveraging the power of your personal brand.
So this is so helpful. So now, regardless of whether you're the speaker, whether you're the attendee, you have a really cool way to connect with people that's based on how you made them feel in that moment of interaction. It streamlines the process of connecting. It grabs their phone number, but in a way that they don't really feel like you're grabbing their phone number. It just feels like like you made it easy for them, and it's kind of cool.
The cool factor is actually more important than you realize.
Yeah. Like people are like, ooh.
Because then they don't feel like it's marketing because it's so cool. They're focused on the fact that it's cool. They're not focused on the fact that you're actually capturing their information.
Yes.
And then you'll have these things on your table, right? Like your sponsor, you're going to have this little QR code, these branding that, there's all different types that I have. These are for the speakers.
Yeah.
That way people write notes when you're speaking.
Oh,
at the bottom has the call to action, right? Call, text, email, or get socially connected. And the idea is that everyone goes through this process, no matter if you're a sponsor, you're a speaker, and if you're doing a podcast.
Yeah, because that's different. That's audio only.
So here we go. We're audio only. Nobody can see anything. We're on the podcast. We're ending the podcast. And you ask me, Ray, If my audience wants to connect with you, they want to learn more about the 360 sites, your business growth bootcamp, your branding events, coaching and consulting with you, or visiting you in Miami, what's the best way for them to do that? I'm going to say the best way to connect with me is on my personal site, rayperez360.com. You can connect with me on any of my social medias. You can check out my websites, my vlogs, my podcasts, even my contact information. Everything's in one place, rayperez360.com. And Adrienne, if it's okay with you, could I give your audience a gift?
Yeah.
So thank you for that. If you're listening right now, I want to give you my entire strategy on how to leverage the power of personal branding to attract more leads and more sales. So if you go to my 360 site and you click on that contact button, at the top, it'll say send text. When you text me your full name and your best email and let me know that you heard me on the Adrienne Hill Show, I will go ahead and send you that entire video presentation for free, just as a thank you for allowing me to be on this podcast.
That's amazing. See the way he expertly wove that in. That's great audio for a podcast.
So I'm going to add one bonus for this explanation, right? Because that was the call to action.
Yeah.
And a lead generation strategy woven into one. I gave my info. Giving your info is not enough, ladies and gentlemen. Go visiting me at Rey Perez 360 is not enough. The call to action to get people's information is the part that everyone misses. Lead generation is powers in the list, is in the context. The majority of your contacts are not going to buy from you anyway. But when you have the list of contacts, now you can create partnerships with other people, offer their services, and create new revenue streams you never had in your business. The power is in the list.
With this strategy, not only are you getting their name and their email, but you're also getting their text, their phone number, and you're now a full contact inside of their phone with your image. It's more reciprocal. It's more connected. It's more like they're going to remember you.
It's evergreen. Okay, this is like next level. So this is deep. So I hope I haven't blown everybody's mind yet, but think about this. If you give a call to action with a website or a business or a service or an event, that could change in the future, and it most likely will. Have you had the exact same service for the last 10 years, Adrienne?
No, websites change and your URLs change and your phone numbers change and, it changes.
So we can all agree and understand that you give a call to action today, a year from today, that call to action may no longer be valid. Here's the most amazing thing about having a 360 site. The 360 is a you in the world. It's Rey Perez 360. It's not my company. It's not my brands. It's not my events. Unless I change my name, it's evergreen. It was never going to change.
And you can update that landing page with all your stuff.
You're so smart.
You can do that
It's
anytime.
always updated. Even if the call to action I gave today does not exist a year from now, they'll still text me and I'll say, oh, well, we're not doing that anymore, but here's my new book or here's my new business or whatever, because the call to action is evergreen.
With that, we'll see you guys on the flip side. And thank you, Rey, so much for your time today.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye. Thanks for joining us for this episode of the Impactful Entrepreneur Show. If you found amazing value here, like, subscribe, and leave us a review to help other people find the high value content that we share, and find us on social media so we can continue the conversation. See you in the next episode.